Yo,
Yo,
yo, what's the word? I was hoping on the
yeah.
Zoom. I was hoping on the Zoom
Oh, boy.
shit.
This is mama. Yeah.
I was hoping on the Zoom shit. You see how I say Jerry West? I was hoping you wasn't smart enough to do that, and you'd have put your real name there.
I'm fucking weak. Jerry Freeman.
This nigga said Jerry Freeman. This nigga's
Word the
wild.
foot's already exposed it. Yeah, go ahead. Go use my wheel.
Oh, Foot said that's your name already.
Yeah, you already exposed it. He got it from Verse Tracker.
Insane.
It is what it is.
Yo, what's going on, man? You've been real quiet though, man. Like you're not making this exciting, man. Where's the promo? This nigga's just
All right. Working nah man, just Frank working on something.
it don't
Had a
work.
little setback only because I had to go to the doctor. Fucking my foot and shit. I make sure my shit is right.
Yeah,
I'm
so you
good.
still having trouble with Foots.
Yeah, man, it still haunt me to this fucking day, man.
Man, yeah, I got Foots out of here, man.
Nah, but you know what's crazy? I do want to ask you a question though.
What's up?
You think it's still battle rap related? You really feel like an RB card is better than this card?
Um, to be totally honest,
We let's not talk about the battles. We talking about on paper.
on paper, I feel like yeah because of the setting, but I don't feel like it has bigger names. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel
Okay,
like
yeah, right. Okay,
I don't feel like RBE's card has bigger names than URL's card, but I feel like because of the setting and how it's set up and everything that's going on, timing counts. Cause you gotta remember if they put Goods and Calico on our card, they not gonna like it.
that's true.
They gonna shit on it. But because it's happening in the blue room, it's like, yo, I mean, this
Something
is
brand new.
yeah, this a whole
Ooh,
it's a whole different type of battle. And then the whole St. Louis thing, like I put it to you like this, right? And it's crazy because this is the deciding factor. And you know this nigga hear this shit. This should be an excerpt by 3 o'clock. If Verb if Verb was battling Swamp and that battle was a race with A Ward, I feel like our call would be better because then we would have like two grudge matches: Verb and Swamp and Rock and Ave.
got a point.
You know what I mean? So being that Verb and Swamp ain't go down, then Jazz and Hustle is like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like
That
something madness. Yeah, in their mind, right? Because I always try to think inside of the supporters' mind. In their mind,
Jazz and Hustle would have definitely made this shit
took it
epic.
over the top. Yeah.
That would have, yeah, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, but on another note though, I'm waiting to do my promo like G-Unit. Like you put out one skit, I'm gonna put out seven.
Yeah, I'm putting one out in 2 days. I've been working. I've been trying to do everything at once. Use the steam behind it to get my music out together at the same time and everything. But the one thing I hate about battling in the summertime, we already know, and you as a father yourself, this is the biggest time where you got to do everything with your kids, even more. They want to go
Nah, that's
amusement
a fact.
parks and Disney World, and it's like you got to try to balance all of that with with everything. So I'm trying to hurry up and get all that shit out the way. So when it's battle time, I'll be fully focused and locked the fuck in. I know at the end of the day, the fans want what they want. And I think what people are kind of not understanding too at the same time, and it's not to take away nothing from the battle, but not only is it no backstory, but this is also one of them situations where this is talent versus
Yeah.
talent. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them situations where it's like, it's no different than playing real basketball against my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like we playing ball, when we get on that court, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's also a lot of stuff in the background that's mixed into it and a lot of other shit that's going on that it's like you don't want to say too much. You don't want to fuck up, you want to fuck up behind the scenes and shit like that. But it's a lot of shit that goes on that plays into our emphasis of how we do things. But it's like you also told me before, we got to let them do them and we just focus on what we got going on.
Yeah.
Everybody else got their own situation going on. We work together and put together what we got going on so the fans can, get the most out of this battle. Because I want the fans to know that this battle is for them. Like this shit is really for them. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I think it's deeper than everything else. It's still going to be a highly competitive nature on both sides. But this battle is really like for them, and I think that's the difference. What's going to separate the card, from everything else that's going on, and also from even all the other battles. This is
Yeah.
really for them.
But you know what it is for me. My whole thing just be like, and this comes with maturity and just growing. as a person, like people gotta understand, stop worrying about what something is when it happens and worry about the outcome. Like Good said something that I respect because it's his opinion, but the shit was so interesting. The nigga said DNA and Jerry West is not a Summer Madness battle, but DNA and Jerry West will have battle of the night.
Makes hella sense.
It makes sense, but in my mind, it's like, what is a Summer Madness battle? Like the standards should have changed into, yo, this battle shouldn't be there. If you can envision a battle and say, yo, I know out of all these other big names that you may think are Summer Madness battles, this battle's gonna be the best, then that should be the only thing that you worried about. I think people worry about so many other variables other than the outcome. Is the battle going to be good or not? Yo, man, they acting like they don't hate each other. They acting like it's several ways of promoting a battle. Like when I get to Lux, y'all gonna have that feeling because it's like it's not that I don't like him, but it's a lot that's been put into that energy to where it's like, nigga, I have to win this battle. I'm gonna show you something, nigga. You tried to play with me, da da da. Say I'm boring, boom, boom, boom. I got you. But then it's just them battles where it's like, all right, my nigga, this is my man, but I'm still gonna go talk to him at the end of the night, like, yo, I told you, or vice versa. So
right.
I think people gotta get out of one way of promoting. Like you got that. You got your Rock and Ave on the card. You got your Hollow and Twerk. But then you got a battle that's just gonna be electrifying. And I think niggas, you know what I mean? For me, that's why I always feel like I got something to prove. Because even with Casey, they was talking that same type of talk. And then you seen out of all the names, out of all the people that was on the card, we lit that shit up the most. That's what they not. I mean, you got the same note with the outside shit. You and Foots was the best battle of the weekend. And at No Impact, if it wasn't me and John, like I feel like me and John caught body of the night. But if we talking about performance of the night, you know what I mean? If it wasn't us, it was y'all. So that's what I'm saying. That's all that counts. Fuck how you feel when you walking in the building. Fuck how you feel when you buying your ticket. When you leave at the end of the night, what are you saying? And so far, niggas been saying DNA battle of the night, Jerry battle of the night, boom. So then you already know what's about to happen at Summer Madness.
Yeah, and I'm also down for the execution of what the fans want at the end of the day. And I think what Goods probably was also saying, just like normal fans, when you think of Summer Madness, you think of Gnome, you think of backstories, you think of grudge, you think of shit that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they usually try to book the battles that had the most back and forth prior to even it being booked. So when they kind of look at the card in total, they think about us going back and forth the least, or having a grudge, or having a specific reason to battle the least. So that's why it would seem like, okay, well, this is not a battle that, this is probably a volume, or it's probably like a main event on one of the app joints. You know what I'm saying? So I get the concept of what they're saying, but at the same time, like you said, when it happens and it winds up being the opposite of what people thought, that's what we actually do it for too. But it's like, gotta show niggas again.
Yeah, like me, my whole thing is always double back after the shit happens. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that though. I like going into the situations where your expectations ain't like that, because now it's like, one, I get to prove you wrong, and two, you know what I mean, you're not going in there thinking boom boom boom, because usually all the battles that you go in there hype about, them shits don't turn into what you thought they was going to be when you saw it.
And then what's the excuse for that?
No, then after that, then they just go, oh man, damn, them niggas dropped the ball. That shit was whack. DNA and Jerry West had battle tonight. So that's why I'm like, talk to me on not even the 28th. Talk to me on the 27th at 9 p.m. Houston time, man.
Right. And I want people to get shit confused too as well, because my thing is, a lot of niggas they don't like to I've been doing this shit for a little while myself, but a lot of niggas really find it hard to not be so mentally trapped up in this entertainment shit. And it's more so like, it's not even that niggas is being fake, because I don't like being fake, but a lot of niggas just don't like being themselves. Battle rap is an escape for a lot of niggas.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas who are, one way at home, and then when they come out here, they get to be a whole different person. So I feel like that sometimes fuels and makes it also easier for them to be extra, or to be able to do certain things. I personally just feel like that I'm just the spirit of the competition, and just feeling like a person is not better than me, or maybe just having a clap. Whatever the mentality is for me up there, that's what I focus on. I like to lay everything out in the battle. 9 times out of 10, the real grudges, and this is just me, just a random idea I usually always have. I feel like that if the matches more so was either booked when the battlers first start having their interactions and they book it right then and there, it makes perfect sense. Or if you really want to create something realistic. Why can't be URL versus RBE?
Yeah.
Why can't we need a real, like, that would be, the promo would be ridiculous. We don't have to try. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to try to think of it. It's automatic. Like, we all done battled each other. We all done been in each other's battles, and that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? We've all been around to fuck each other. So all we got really left now is that spirit of competition. Unless something negative happens, and 9 times out of 10, the culture never respect negativity until something bad actually happens. You know what I'm saying? Until somebody winds up losing their life, or something. Somebody takes something too far. So it's like, I feel like sometimes they don't know what they asking for, or what they want. Sometimes we know what we here for, but it's like, don't push it to a point where it's like you get more than what you bargained for, and then when the worst happens, it's like, oh man, I don't like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, see, when it happens and it comes out the right way, then it's like, yeah, and I'm not even asking for no apologies or nothing. Just respect it. So now when you see niggas' names on cards and shit go down, just put your seatbelt on and just enjoy the fucking ride. So just sit back and just get ready.
Nah, that's a fact. Before I let you out of here, I'm gonna just ask you this, right? Not predictions, but what do you feel like each battler that's on the card has to do, like, to make the battle great? So I'm gonna start with John and T-Top.
So for this battle, I feel like for T-Top, he just have to be more tactical, because you're going against a nigga who is just he outsmarts, and he's always thinking 10 steps ahead. So he has to be on that level. And then for John, he just gotta divert the angles. If he can steal the energy from the angles and take that power away from him, then it's like, it'll be much easier for him. Because I feel like that back and forth.
And what about Rock and Ave?
Well, Rock and Ave, Rock just more so gotta stay Rock. It's really not too much you can say with Rock when it comes to Rock, because he's in his setting, he's in his world, and Rock hasn't really shown no signs of let up. But what Rock gotta also do is not to be too consumed with Av's strengths, because sometimes you're worried about too much about it, because it's like, what you're up against, but then when you focus on it too much, you can lose yourself in it. Yeah. And you wind up overperforming, and then you fuck up. And on our perspective, don't worry about who Rock is to the people. Worry about who Rock is to you. And that will fuel your outcome of how you perform in this battle, because that battle is going to be determined by the energy. Whoever controls the energy in that battle will win the battle.
Okay. What about Hollow and Twerk?
Hollow and Twerk, damn, that battle, to me, it's fake a mirror match. It's fake a mirror match, because the craziest part about it is Hollow, the unorthodox style, the switching pitches and aggressive tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people really forget sometimes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then with Twerk coming out as explosive as he is, you automatically categorize him in a position which he well earned and deserved. This battle is just gonna come down to either the powerhouse of the new takeover of Twerk being in his prime and not looking back, versus the nostalgia of Hollow coming back and showing people where it all started from, and that he can still do it in this era. So I think this is just going to be the clash of the eras. So whoever eras give off that more nostalgic feeling is going to take that battle.
Okay. And what about Suge and Fonz?
Suge and Fonz. Now that battle is going to come down to energy as well, because, Suge in a big room easily. Yeah. Easily, just naturally. But what a lot of people also don't notice with Suge too, they do know. I'm not gonna say they don't notice. They did notice. Suge stepped his pen up. Yeah. So Suge ain't just out there just barking and moving it. Like, he's rapping too. Like, he's another one that took the game seriously, and he's not staying in one place. Then you got Fonz, one of the greatest punchers we got coming up too, where it's like he's no stranger to taking the energy from a crowd, knowing how to rock a room and converting it to the big stage. And I think what makes Fonz more deadly is that most punchers can't mix that with the conviction. And Fonz got all of that. So mixing that with what Suge can bring, and he could bring the same thing and not only punch, I think it's gonna make it a level playing field on both sides.
Not gonna lie, you really analyzed that well. I hope you're doing that with, with our battle, man.
Yeah, nah, definitely. And then with our battle, which I can speak about, just the fact that you're well-rounded and you have a great way of controlling your environment. I don't think it has nothing to do with a big room or a small room. You think too fast. You think too quick, and you adapt too fast. What I know that I have to do, I have to use my advantage of. I just gotta never forget who I am and what I have. My biggest attribute to me is my comfortability. People say, a performance, the this, that, and the third. I feel like what makes me so dangerous is when people say you just look, you floated up there. You look like a veteran. You just look, you know what I'm saying? Like this is your effect. So I feel like it's my poise and my presence that's gonna carry me over. As long as I focus on that and don't try to let anything else affect me, it'll help me have a big advantage.
I'm glad you think that, man. Good night. But I bet I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, man. 27,
Yeah, all
man.
right.
All right,
Yeah.
bet. Yo, shout out to Just My Opinion in there. Shout out to Miss Diamonds in the building. Yo, for everybody here at 4 p.m., John got his card starting.